Hey guys, this is gonna happen. I'm sorry, but it's hot. Anyways, welcome back to my channel, you guys. So, you guys have actually been like requesting for me to do this video, which makes me so happy because y'all are actually communicating with me. For some reason, I don't get like, y'all don't talk to me much. I don't really know why, but anyways, that's besides the point. So y'all requested this video and I'm going to show you guys how I find the cuties and like basically people that I'm looking for on Tinder. Anyways, so I got my iPad right here because I legit made like a long list. It's like levels to this shit. I'm not kidding you, but it's worth it and you will find, well, I can't say you're gonna find your man because bitch, I didn't even find my man yet, but y'all will find somebody. So take the time out right now to pull out your phone, pull out your Tinder right now. Like, this is something we're gonna have to do together. So yeah, so let's just get right to it. Go ahead and pull up Tinder and pull up your profile, like where you can edit your profile. This is incredibly important. These are things you need to do before you start swiping. Okay, so for your pictures, you're going to need to choose your best photos you have, more like the most recent, good looking, best lighting photos that you guys have, because that's really important. Don't put pictures up of like you years ago or you with a different hair color and this and about, like, no, put some up recent. If you don't have nothing recent, like at least try and take a good selfie that day, you know? Like if you know you're going out, take a picture and use it for Tinder. I know it uses a lot of Facebook pictures, but if you could take the time out to take some pictures from your Instagram, upload it to Facebook, then upload it to Tinder, then you're straight. Like I highly recommend, like do it. It's really important. And nothing's more annoying than like swiping a guy and you're not even sure what he looks like just because his picture is kind of off or it's a group picture. Once again, I advise don't have any group pictures. Just put like good face shots, body shots if you have anything like that. Like just do that. And yeah, like it'll, trust me, it's worth it in the end. You want people to know what you look like and you want to get more matches. So this is gonna be a long video, by the way. I got a lot of tips. Second thing you're gonna want to do is that if you don't have a lot of pictures up and you only have like one really good photo, that's fine. Don't clutter your like Tinder profile pictures with a bunch of like not so great pictures. Like honestly, just put one picture up and be like refer to IG. Like, or like put in your description, say check me out on IG, like I got more pictures up there, whatever, blah blah blah. And which leads to my next point, link your Instagram. Like that's pretty important. You want guys to have a good idea of what you look like, because a lot of guys, like they're, even I am too, I don't have time to figure out what you look like. If you look good, then I'm gonna swipe right, but if you're not and I gotta figure it out, like I'm not sure, the Instagram helps a lot. So you're gonna get more matches that way and guys are gonna end up swiping right on you if you know, have that. And they can see more of your personality. They're not just gonna see pictures, they're gonna see who you hang out with, your body, things like that, blah blah blah. That I find really important is the distance. So when you're choosing your distance, you want to make sure that you are sticking with, like, you're being open-minded. This whole video is gonna be about being open-minded because a lot of people can't find what they want on Tinder because they're like narrowing down every single aspect of Tinder. That's why they can't find anything. And a lot of people get lost in, you know, narrowing certain things down. You kind of filtering it too much. So I'm trying to teach you guys to be like way more open-minded and you will find something really good. So when you do distance, make sure that you are like, I guess when you first start off, try and make it 20 miles or 30 miles. Me here in Georgia, everything's really far away from me. Like honestly, outside of the subdivision, there's farmlands and there's cows and chickens, so it's like I have to like increase my range farther than 20-30 miles just because no one's in this area. And like the next like urban like civilization is Mall of Georgia, which is legit like 20 miles away, so I have to like have it like that. And I suggest you do that too. Even if you live in like a big city or whatever, I would definitely suggest still broadening your range of how far you're willing to go, because you never know when people are moving around. They actually live here but then they're over there, and it just broadens your range. I promise you, like you're gonna want to open up how far you want to, you know, see people on Tinder, and then you want to work your way towards that. So once you start like really like, I guess, narrow range of distance, you're gonna want to open it up a little bit more as you swipe. Also, when you're editing what people you want to see on Tinder, you're gonna want to make sure that you are also being really open-minded with the age range. Now, this goes with a lot of who you're looking for. If you're looking for like a party people, or if you're looking for like a relationship or anything like that, you're gonna want to have to take in consideration who's gonna want the same things too. So I'm 23, right? There is like maybe 7 23-year-olds in the whole state of Georgia that's probably looking for a relationship right now. I can like deadass say that with the straight face, because it's true. 23-year-olds right now in my age group, they're not looking for a relationship. I'm not looking for a relationship either, but a lot of them aren't. So I have to like think about it. Okay, well, younger than me definitely is not looking for a relationship, so you're gonna want to at least try and go a little bit older. Now I'm 23, I would go for like maybe 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and that's me. I'm very liberal and I would go that far. Now, like I said, you have to be really open-minded. You have to at least think a 10-year span. And I know that's kind of crazy, but honestly, think about it. Do you really feel like a 25-year-old is gonna want to settle down right now or try to wife you up or anything like that? They think about the future. They think about themselves. They're still thinking about themselves. They might be a little bit more financially stable than a 21-year-old or a 20-year-old, but they're still thinking about themselves. So honestly, I would say like 26, 27, a little bit more than that. Like, just being real with y'all, if y'all really trying to get the results out here, I highly suggest like going as close to 30 or even over 30 if you want to. Like, honestly, like, I'm just saying. Also, you want to make sure your tab, like the little thing for discovery, like show me in discovery, is selected, just because when you're not on the app, it'll still kind of recommend you to be swiped, and you want to make sure that's in the green. Sorry about that, it's kind of loud all of a sudden, but you want to make sure that's in the green. And I would definitely say enable notifications, because that lets you know when you get a new match, and that lets you know when someone messages you and things like that. You don't want to be like late to the game and somebody really hot messages you and you took like 48, 72 hours to reply. That whole thing is gone. Like, he's already on to bigger and better things. Honestly, like, you just want to keep up with it. So now that we're done with fixing you up so you can find your match, you're gonna wanna put down the app for a little bit, like just maybe 10 minutes. Take out some paper and pencil and figure out what exactly you're looking for on Tinder. Why are you on Tinder? What are you trying to get out of there? Write down some physical, some mental, some personality requirements on things you wanna get in a guy from Tinder. That's really important to you. Like, make sure these are things that are deal breakers, like things that you're not willing to budge on. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you have these things, because you don't want to just talk to every single guy. You know what I mean? Like, some guys are really short, some guys are really tall, some guys are not looking for a relationship. Is a relationship something you're willing to sacrifice? Or is, you know, height something you're willing to sacrifice? Do they dress nice? Are they mature? Do they have money? Things like that. If those are your requirements, then I would make sure that, you know, when you're swiping, you keep that in mind. You know what I mean? Now that you've created your list of the things that you're not willing to like budge on, it'll help you so much more to swipe easier. So you can just swipe left, swipe right to people that you feel like that adhere to these things on your list. So now, time to swipe. I know you've been waiting to start swiping these niggas, but before you start doing that, there's more steps you need to take. I'm gonna teach you guys how to swipe smartly. I feel like I'm selling a book, you guys. Anyways, you want to be, when you're swiping on Tinder, keep your like list in your head. You want to be extremely picky when you're on Tinder, because there are hundreds of thousands of guys on Tinder, and you want to be very picky in what you're looking for. You don't want to swipe right to just any old Joe Schmo. It's like, you don't want to do that, because you don't want to end up wasting your time with somebody that's not even worth a conversation. Because trust me, there's a lot of guys out here that ain't worth a conversation. Like, I promise you, there's somebody out there that's worth your time. One thing I would suggest, like when you're like about to swipe left or right, you're looking at the picture. If their picture is in a group photo, they're more, like, I swear to God, if they're in a group photo, they are more than likely the ugly friend. I promise you, they are probably the ugly friend. If their first photo that you see of them is a group picture, they're probably the ugly friend. I promise you. They're like, go ahead, look at their pictures. They're the ugly friend, aren't they? I told your ass. Anyways, so if they have like a picture that you can't really see their face in, or they're like overlooking a cliff or overlooking the sea, or their head is turned or some crap like that, they're probably ugly. Because I'll tell you one thing from now, if the guy is attractive and if they're hot, I promise you they're gonna want you to know that they're attractive and that they're hot. They're gonna have a very easy to see profile, even if it's a little dark, because guys don't take the best pictures. But even if they're attractive, they're gonna make sure you know that they're attractive. They're gonna make sure they crop out whoever out of the picture to make sure you know what they look like, and they will have more than likely more than one photo. I promise you. If there's only one photo of a hot guy, which I have seen before, there has been one picture of a hot guy, then more than likely he's not really hot anymore. That's an old picture of him. Yeah, like honestly, this will help you from like swiping just any guy. Like, you want to be selective. I can't emphasize this enough. You're gonna want to be really selective, and guys will try and trick you and make you think that, you know, oh, I'm attractive, you know, swipe right, let's get to know each other, blah blah blah. They ugly the whole time and you're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad. Don't say I didn't tell you. Also, if the first picture didn't grab your attention and you're like swiping through his pictures and he's not getting cuter as he, you know, the pictures go on, he's more than likely not really attractive in person. Pictures are supposed to kind of, like all pictures, I can definitely say that most pictures of guys, they don't do them justice. My pictures don't do me justice, you know what I'm saying, in person. So if it doesn't look that great in picture, then I can almost guarantee they're not going to be that great in person. If they don't wow you in a picture, then they're not going to wow you in person. I can promise you that. But this is based off looks anyways. But if his personality is great, go ahead, go for it. But if you're like not even at the point where you're getting to know his personality, Another thing is, do not read every single guy's bio. Don't even do it. Like, this is Tinder. You're going based off looks. Don't try and like see if we match up yet. Don't even bother. Just look through the pictures. They look good? No? Okay, swipe left. Keep it moving. That's really important. Don't read every single guy's bio because it's not worth it. Only read their bios when you guys match. If it matches, if he swiped right on you too and it tells you that you match, then that's when you take the time out to read their bio, get to see what they're about, and that's when you decide if they're worth a message or not. Not before you even swipe left or right. Just trust me, like this is gold. I should be selling a book right now. Like, another thing I can't emphasize enough is I've seen like really good looking guys that seem really cool, chill, down to earth, but they have crazy jobs, like really crazy jobs. And I'm not even gonna say what I've seen, but just a lot of guys that, I mean, sure, they got a great personality, they are cute, kind of, I guess, you know, but if y'all have a not shit job, for me personally, just me personally, if you have a not shit job and you're working minimum wage, and I don't have time for that. I personally don't have time for that. All my exes I struggled with when I chose to struggle with them. I didn't have to struggle with them, but I chose to struggle with their broke asses, and trust me, in the end, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. I'm telling you, it ain't worth it. A lot of guys, I don't know why, but they're trying to appeal as really sensitive and caring by putting a child in their picture. And if they don't have a child in their picture, then they probably put a puppy in their picture, and I don't know why guys are doing that. I guess it's a thing. I don't know why, but yeah, they'll have like a kid in there, and then in the bio they'll be like, not my kid, just my nephew, not my kid, just a neighbor's kid, you know. Like, why is there a child in there? They're trying to appeal to your like, oh, he's so caring and good around children. I'm telling you to see through that. See through it. See them for their shit. I'm telling you the secrets here so you don't have to fool for this fuckery later. Don't. It's a whole thing. Don't even bother with it. If he has a rap lyric in his bio, he's a fuckboy. And I told y'all that first. And last thing for how to swipe is, do not super like anybody. That's what guys do. Guys super like. Girls do not super like anybody. Just like them. Put them all on the even playing field. Like, nobody gets super liked. No girls should do that, I think, because that kind of gives them all the power. Like, oh, you think I'm really hot? Like, okay, like, and then that makes them come off sleazy sometimes to me. And I wouldn't super like it. That's just my advice. Okay, and the last step I would highly suggest is that when you match somebody, take another good look at their photos. Did you just kind of swipe them, like, just, you know, to see, okay, well, they're cute, you know, I don't want to like pass them up, they're decent looking, I swiped right. I know I've guilty swiped right some guys, and I was like, you know what, he might have a great personality. I've done it to so many guys. But take another good look at their photos. Would you care to have a conversation with them right now? Would you? Cool, then give him a shot. That's just my opinion though. But just keep in mind, would you go out on a date with him? Would you give him your phone number in real life if you saw him? All these things determine whether if you should have a conversation with him. Because you gotta think, all this talking to him is gonna lead to this. Would you like actually talk to him? Like, would you actually meet up with him? Things like that. Don't waste your time. Do not waste your time, honestly. Now that you guys have matched, I would go ahead and look at their bio. See if you guys are a good fit. Do you guys like the same things? Because I'll tell you something, if a guy doesn't have like a witty one-liner in their bio, they're gonna probably have like a paragraph or two. At least the guys I've seen, they've had like paragraphs, like really long paragraphs about things they like and things they're just like, if you don't like dogs, homosexuals, or fucking Jimi Hendrix, then swipe left. Like, they'll say shit like that. And if you don't like dogs, if you don't like homosexuals, which you should, and you don't like Jimi Hendrix, trust me, the conversation is not gonna go anywhere because he's gonna fucking know. And like, guys are, I don't know why, they're super picky. Some of the guys are really picky, like they're hot shit, but they're not. Okay, so I know you're like, oh my gosh, this guy's so hot and he finally like matched with me, I'm gonna message him. Stop. Don't fucking do it. Don't message them. Maybe I'm a little old school and I want my guy to approach me first. Maybe I'm not, I don't know. I'm really aggressive. When I want something, I go out and get it. But in this situation, I am telling you, do not message the guy first, because their first message tells so much about them and their intentions. Because a guy can easily say some stupid, like, I can put some pictures up right now of shit that guys have said to me first, and I'm just like, you were so fine until you literally opened your mouth. Like, I was about to give you a chance and then you said that. I put in my bio, I'm Jamaican. They'll be like, ooh, I want to taste a piece of that jerk chicken gal, like some shit like that. And I'll be like, why did you do that? You literally just ruined it. I don't even message them back. I'm just like, I'm done. If you like follow my Snapchat, you'll see the crazy shit guys say to me. I don't put everything up there, but the shit that they say is just like, oh, I just want to strangle you. Like, and if you take away the opportunities for them to message you first, you're cheating yourself, because you don't know what kind of guy this is. They can easily say, oh my god, you are so sexy, girl. Let me get a picture of you, girl. Let me go ahead and see what you're working with. Let me take you out. Like, shit like that, which is kind of like, to me, I'm just like, don't call me sexy, because that means it seems like you're just only into my looks. And I want you to want to get to know me. If you're like, it's just certain things, like some girls don't want to be called sexy all the time, some of them just want to be called beautiful. I'm one of those girls. I want to be called beautiful, not sexy all the time. That makes me feel like you're only looking at my parts, you know what I mean? So yeah, if he's like, oh my gosh, you're so gorgeous, how are you today? That's a winner. That's a guy that wants to get to know you. That I've gotten that before, and at the same time I've gotten guys that say, let me get a piece of that jerk chicken, or damn, you're fine as fuck. You know, like, ew. I mean, thank you, but ew. You're not what I'm looking for on Tinder, so I don't even bother with guys like that. One thing I forgot to mention that's really important is when you're like, to go all the way back to like the first step, when you're creating your profile, do not put a paragraph in your profile. I highly suggest putting a witty one-liner. Just something that kind of just says you in a nutshell, honestly. Like me, I remember my other like things I would say in my bio was, what did I say? I said, what's the point of being on Tinder if we're never gonna meet? And that gave guys like, oh, I know what to say to her now. Let her like know that I'm different, so I'm gonna say, hey, we're definitely gonna meet. That's what guys would say to me on first chat or whatever, you know? Don't put like, oh, I like this and long walks in the parks, and no guy wants to sit there and read your biography. Like, nobody. I know I'm not gonna want to, so you shouldn't. But yeah, like, just make it cute, quirky, kind of puts you, like, shows your personality, make it funny. Like, I'm a funny, like, I like to be funny, so I'll put something funny on there. So yeah, try and keep it like that. I'm so sorry if I'm sweating like a psychopath, but it's still so hot in here. Anyways, back to after match, if they match with you. So yeah, after the messages, how are they? How's the conversation going? How do you guys converse? Like, is he funny? Is he trying to get to know you? Things like that. Those lead to good qualities in a guy. Like, he's not asking me, oh, let me get your number. Because honestly, I have gotten guys that kind of were like, let me get your number, like on the first, second, third message. And I'm thinking, okay, they're attractive, so I give them my number, and next thing you know, I have like dick pictures on my phone, and I'm like, like, no, why'd you do this? Like, no, like, that's not okay with me. I don't want you sending me dick pictures. And I have told the guys this before, like, afterwards, after those situations happened, other guys asked me for my phone number, and I'm like, are you... Anyways, after other guys have asked me for my phone number after that incident, I'll be like, are you gonna send me a picture of your dick? Because I don't want it, honestly. And they'll be like, what? Why would I? I'm like, look, I'm just keeping it real. I don't want your dick pictures on my phone. That's nasty. Dicks are scary looking. I don't want anything to do with it. Don't do it. I swear to Bob, if you do it, I'm coming for you. Like, I'm not playing. So yeah, my last tip for you guys is, when you finally, like, if you're talking to the guy and they finally meet all this criteria and they're like kind of hitting all the notches, then dude, try and like get these questions out. Like, find out what they're all about, find out why they're on Tinder, find out how tall they are. Because for me, height is a real big issue. I don't care how great we get along, I don't care if we kikiing, I don't care if you got money, I don't care if you're trying to take me out on a date, if you're super sweet, if we all that, I don't care. But if you are fucking shorter than me, I will cut you off like this. Like, I don't care, bruh. Like, there's this one dude, he was so cute, we were getting along so well, we were texting, and then he's like, hey, can I get your Snapchat, whatever. I'm like, sure, get my Snapchat, like, we can do this. And I forgot to ask him how tall he was, because I'm looking at his Instagram photos, I'm like, damn, he's cute, he dresses really well, he's like everything. And then I like messaged him on Snapchat, and I was like, how tall are you? Like, I'm straight to the point. I'm extremely, like, I wouldn't say I'm extremely blunt, but I'm really straight to the point when I'm getting to know somebody. And I'm like, how tall are you? He was like, I'm 5'7". I was like, ew. And I went on my Snapchat and I said, delete. I just went ahead and deleted him, because I'm just like, I'm not trying to get to know you anymore. You're disqualified. You're disqualified. Like, I don't even care. I'm not about to deal with nobody that's 5 anything. Like, that is all the tips I have for you guys today. I have made this video long enough. I'm almost certain it's gonna go over 20 minutes, but yeah. Oh, also, I got one more request to talk about Persian guys. It's just so funny that you guys have, oh well, she had asked me to talk about that, because I don't know what to say on that. I don't know shit about Persian niggas. My best friend Allie is Persian, but I don't know what to say about that. I'm actually like getting to know a guy right now who happens to be Persian, and he's really awesome and amazing. Other than that, I don't know what to say about Persian guys. I'm sorry. She had said that there was like a lot of Persian guys around her, and I guess she wanted to approach them, which, like, I guess that's like more of another video for me to make, how to approach guys outside of your race, because honestly it's a real epidemic out here. Like, there are guys, like white guys, Asian guys, Indian guys, there's so many of them out here, and they like us. Like, they like black queens, like, you know what I'm saying? And they don't know how to approach us. They don't know how to say anything to us. Like, they're scared, which, I mean, a lot of us look really intimidating. I'm not gonna lie. Like, me, when I'm outside, I have resting bitch face. That's just me. That's what I have. But once I start smiling, they're just like, oh, okay. But usually I'm just like I look like I don't have time for it, which I usually don't. I usually don't have time for it. So, but yeah, I'm gonna make that into a whole nother video. I guess that'll be my next video. Maybe I'll vlog, I don't know. And I guess that's kind of it. So anyways, make sure you guys go ahead and tell me about your awesome Tinder experiences, like the craziest thing that's ever happened to you on Tinder down below. I need y'all talking to me more. Y'all ain't talking to me. I'm not having it. We need to converse. Hit me up on Snapchat, hit me up on Tumblr, Instagram. Y'all know the drill. Anyways, so I will see you guys in the next video, and peace out.